What would you pay for a single watch? $10,000? $100,000? How about $10 million or more? For the world's most discerning watch collectors, price is no obstacle in the quest to own horological history. When it comes to Patek Philippe, the name itself embodies the pinnacle of fine watchmaking. For over 180 years, the Geneva manufacturer has pioneered complications and artistic designs that push the boundaries of high horology. Their timepieces routinely break auction records, sending prices into the stratosphere. So what drives someone to pay millions for a single Patek Philippe watch? Welcome back to World of Luxury. In this video, we'll explore some of the most expensive Patek watches ever sold, and what makes them so invaluable to collectors. Along the way, we'll see how Patek Philippe firmly occupies the most rarefied heights of watch collecting, compared to even top brands like Rolex. The Patek Philippe Henry Graves Supercomplication, arguably the most famous watch in Patek Philippe's history, is the Henry Graves Supercomplication pocket watch. Commissioned in 1925 by prominent banker Henry Graves Jr., it remains one of the most complicated mechanical watches ever made, without the assistance of computers or numeric control. In 1999, the Henry Graves Supercomplication smashed records when it sold at Sotheby's for $11 million. At the time, it was the most expensive watch ever sold at auction. Then in 2014, its stature was cemented when it broke its own record by selling for $24 million at Sotheby's, making it officially the world's most expensive watch. The Graves watch represents the absolute pinnacle of Patek Philippe's watchmaking and still stands today as one of the brand's most important creations. It demonstrates just how much collectors are willing to pay for masterpieces of horological art. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime Ref 6300A. In the modern era, Patek Philippe shattered auction records once again with the Grandmaster Chime Ref 6300A. Launched in 2014 to celebrate the brand's 175th anniversary, the Grandmaster Chime took over 7 years to develop and instantly became the company's most complicated wristwatch. The Grandmaster Chime features a grand sonnerie, minute repeater, instantaneous perpetual calendar, and the brand's patented chiming mechanisms. Of course, only the world's most avid watch collectors have the privilege of owning such a technological wonder. But the Grandmaster Chime stands as a true testament to Patek Philippe's dedication to pushing the boundaries of watchmaking. Patek Philippe Star Calibre 2000. Going back slightly further in Patek Philippe's archives, we come to the Star Calibre 2000 watch commissioned by the Stern family to commemorate the new millennium. Introduced in 2000, it was the most complicated portable mechanical watch at the time, with 21 complications. In 2005, the Platinum Star Calibre 2000 was auctioned by Antiquorum for approximately $5.6 million, which was a record for a Patek Philippe wristwatch at that time. Powered by the Calibre 2000-1 movement, the watch features a range of astronomical indications including a celestial chart, sidereal time, and a patent-pending instantaneous perpetual calendar. As an artistic showpiece representing Patek Philippe's workshop at the dawn of the 21st century, the Star Calibre 2000 continues to be one of the manufacturer's most revered modern creations. Patek Philippe Ref 1518 in stainless steel. No list of the most expensive Patek Philippe watches would be complete without mentioning the legendary Reford 1518 in stainless steel. Launched in 1941, Reference 1518 was the first serially produced perpetual calendar chronograph by Patek Philippe. At a Philips auction in 2021, one of the stainless steel 1518 examples sold for a phenomenal $11.1 million. It set a new record for the most expensive Patek Philippe watch ever sold at auction, soaring past even the Henry Graves Supercomplication. The Reford Super 1518 in stainless steel had previously sold at auction in 2016 for $5.5 million. But the model has since enjoyed a massive surge, demonstrating the insatiable appetite of collectors seeking these mythical watches in supremely rare metals. Patek Philippe Reference 5016A in 2015. A Patek Philippe Reford 5016A in stainless steel broke auction records when it hammered for $7.3 million at Philips Geneva. This was the first time the model had ever appeared at auction, sending shockwaves through the watch community. Of the total 739 examples produced, only 149 were originally sold in stainless steel. The appearance of one of the steel 5016 models for sale created an unparalleled bidding war. And like all the greatest Patek hits, Its collectability stems both from its sheer beauty and its extraordinary rarity. Patek Philippe, reference 2523, World Time, Vintage Patek Philippe. World Time watches from the 1950s have become tremendously popular among collectors in recent years. The dual crown Referentubas 2523 was one of the first world timers made by Patek Philippe starting in the late 1940s. In 2012, a sublime example from 1953 in 18-key yellow gold was auctioned by Christie's for an impressive $7.2 million. The rare 2523 model stands out for its oversized case, measuring 38 millimeters wide, which was enormous for the time. But the real draw is the stunning dial with a rich blue center evoking an ancient world map. While reference 1415 was the official first world time watch by Patek Philippe, introduced in the 1930s, the 2523 has now clearly emerged as the most desirable and collectible vintage world timer they ever produced. Patek Philippe Calatrava, reference 96 HU. Jumping back to more modern times, we come to the amazingly ornate Patek Philippe Calatrava Ref 96 HU. It sold at Christie's in 2017 for just over $3.6 million. Proving once again how much unique Patek watches are valued. Whereas most vintage Calatrava models feature simple minimalist designs, the 96HU was utterly transformed by elaborate engraving covering the entirety of its yellow gold case. Inside, the 96HU is powered by the legendary Calibre 12-600 at ultra-thin movement, first introduced in 1932. For devotees of Patek Philippe's rarest artistic pieces, the 96HU represented a work of portable art. It expanded the definition of watchmaking and horological decoration, and it proved that unique Patek timepieces will always command millions at auction, regardless of name, reference, or complications. Patek Philippe watches outperform Rolex at auction. The recent results clearly illustrate Patek Philippe's dominance at the highest levels of watch collecting. While Rolex undoubtedly makes fine luxury watches that perform very well at auction, Patek occupies a more exclusive space as a prestige brand. Patek Philippe focuses all its efforts on the upper echelons of mechanical watchmaking, with no considerations about mass production or brand marketing. Accordingly, Patek Philippe timepieces auction for significantly higher prices than Rolex watches at the top end of the market. Unique, historically important, or exceptionally rare, Patek watches have repeatedly broken auction records for the highest prices ever paid for a wristwatch. The Graves Supercomplication pocket watch still holds the overall record for any watch sold at auction, for its mind-bending $24 million price. And with the stainless steel 1518 selling for over $11 million, Patek now occupies the top 2 spots for most expensive watches ever auctioned. While Rolex sports watches like Daytonas and Submariners certainly perform very well at auction, they cannot reach these stratospheric levels set by Patek's ultra-high horology. Moreover, the average price for Patek Philippe watches is significantly higher than Rolex at auction. In 2021, the average price for a Patek Philippe watch at auction was around $135,000 compared to $37,000 for Rolex. The strong prices reflect the patience, passion, and dedication that Patek Philippe puts into each timepiece. While Rolex focuses more on brand marketing and mass appeal, Patek concentrates purely on developing the pinnacle of fine mechanical watchmaking year after year. Of course, Rolex and Patek Philippe both produce excellent watches that will always be in high demand. But at the apex of luxury watch collecting, Patek Philippe currently reigns supreme with no signs of slowing down. The world's most discerning watch enthusiasts will continue chasing highly complicated, historically significant, or uniquely artful Patek watches that appear for sale. The Geneva manufacturer's consistent commitment to the highest horology ensures that the most expensive and coveted timepieces will long remain dominated by Patek Philippe. If you enjoyed this discussion of luxury watch brands, don't forget to subscribe to World of Luxury for more insightful watch content.